Have you ever noticed that people today have more ways to relax than ever before, yet somehow seem more exhausted than ever? We have washing machines, cars, smartphones, and the internet. Life is easier than it was for previous generations. And yet, a strange problem keeps growing. People aren't just physically tired anymore. They're mentally exhausted. And here's the surprising part. Many people sleep a full night and still wake up feeling drained. Why does that happen? If rest is so important, why do so many people still feel tired after they've supposedly rested? The answer to that question might completely change the way you think about productivity, happiness, and life itself. Part 1. A problem everyone is experiencing. Think about it. You spend the whole day working, or studying, or scrolling on your phone, or watching videos. By evening, your mind feels heavy. So you tell yourself, "It's okay, I'll get some sleep tonight. Tomorrow I'll feel better." But then tomorrow comes, and the same feeling is still there. The same fatigue, the same lack of motivation, the same stress. And little by little, we start believing that's normal. But is it really? Or are we missing something that humans have done naturally for thousands of years? And if we are, when did we lose it? Part 2. A secret from childhood. Think back to when you were a kid. Summer vacation. The first rainy day. A snow day. Waiting for your birthday. Every day felt so long. Sometimes it felt like summer would never end. But now, it feels like January was yesterday and somehow it's already December. An entire year feels like a few weeks. Why? Has time actually sped up? No, but your experience of time has changed. As children, we paid attention to everything. A butterfly was fascinating. A tree was fascinating. Even clouds were fascinating. Today, many of us can't sit quietly for a single minute. And that's where this story really begins. Part 3. The shocking truth. Now here's a question. What does your brain do when you're resting? Most people would say, nothing. But the truth is exactly the opposite. The human brain is one of the rare machines that stays active even when it appears to be resting. Have you ever experienced this? You can't solve a problem. You try and try. Nothing works. Then you give up. And suddenly, sometime later, the answer appears out of nowhere. Why does that happen? Because even when you're not consciously working on a problem, your brain is still processing it in the background. In fact, some of our best ideas arrive when we stop chasing them. But the real mystery is still ahead. If rest is so powerful, why are we all so exhausted? Part 4. The truth is, we hardly rest at all. Here's the twist. You might be thinking, but I do rest. Do you? After work, it's your phone. After your phone, it's social media. After social media, it's messages. After messages, it's videos. After videos, it's notifications. And then finally, sleep. That's not rest. That's just switching activities. You stopped paying attention to one thing and immediately gave your attention to another. Your brain never got a break. And that's why millions of people today face a strange problem. They're not physically overloaded. They're mentally overloaded. Part 5. A short story. Imagine two woodcutters. Both are sent into a forest. Both have the same goal. Cut as much wood as possible before sunset. The first man works non-stop. The second keeps taking short breaks. The first man is convinced he's going to win. But by the end of the day, the second man has cut more wood. Confused, the first man asks, "How did you get more done when you kept stopping?" The second man smiles and replies, "While you were cutting wood, I was sharpening my axe." And maybe that's exactly the mistake many of us are making. We're busy chopping wood, but we've forgotten to sharpen the axe. Part 6. The trap of the modern world. In today's world, being busy has become a status symbol. The busier you are, the more important you seem. The more stressed you are, the harder people assume you're working. But there's a problem with that idea. Being busy and being productive are not the same thing. A hamster runs all day on a wheel, but it never actually gets anywhere. And sometimes, we're not very different. Lots of movement, very little progress, and many people don't realize it until much later. Part 7. The biggest surprise. By now, you probably think rest matters because it improves productivity. And yes, it does. But that's not its biggest benefit. This might surprise you. The greatest benefit of rest is clarity. Because the biggest problems in life usually aren't caused by a lack of energy. They're caused by a lack of direction. Many people work incredibly hard, They're just moving in the wrong direction. And when your mind is constantly filled with noise, it's difficult to see where you're actually going. Rest reduces the noise and increases clarity. Part 8. The real enemy. Now we're getting close to the answer we started with. Why do people still feel exhausted after resting? Because they give their bodies a break. But not their minds. Their body is in bed. Their mind is somewhere else. The future, the past, stress, notifications, comparisons, worries, and a mind that never stops running will eventually become exhausted, no matter how many hours you sleep. Part 9. A simple experiment. Tonight, try something. Before going to sleep, put your phone away for just 10 minutes. No music, no videos, no messages, just sit quietly. The first couple of minutes will feel boring. Then thoughts will start showing up. Then even more thoughts. But slowly, something interesting will happen. You'll notice your mind beginning to settle, like muddy water left undisturbed. At first, it's cloudy, but eventually the dirt sinks to the bottom, and the water becomes clear. Your mind works the same way. The final reveal. And now, the answer we've been waiting for this entire video. If rest is so important, why do people still feel tired after resting? Because most people don't know the difference between rest and distraction. Your phone can entertain you. It can distract you. But that doesn't mean it helps you recover. Real rest gives your mind a chance to heal. It lowers the noise. It restores clarity. It leaves you alone with your own thoughts. And maybe that's why the rarest thing in today's world isn't money. It isn't even time. The rarest thing is a peaceful mind. Otro. The next time you feel like slowing down is a waste of time. Remember this. Even machines need maintenance, and human beings are far more complex than machines. Sometimes the most powerful way to move forward is to stop for a moment, because rest is not the opposite of hard work. Rest is what makes hard work possible. See you in the next video.